ESPN's coverage of the NASCAR Busch Series on ABC. Brought to you by Aaron's. With over 1,400 stores nationwide, everyone's a lucky dog at Aaron's. And Hertz. Discover the many reasons why we're Hertz and they're not.
Under yellow here at Talladega for the third time today. That puts the 90 car as our Aaron's Lucky Dog Free Pass Award winner. The 90 car, the City Financial Ford of Stephen Light, gets back on the lead lap as the Aaron's Lucky Dog Award winner under caution. Speaking of Aaron's, let's check in with our in-race reporter, David Rudeman.
David Rudeman, Dale Jarrett, you have a copy?
Yeah, go ahead, DJ.
David, watching this race from the booth, looks pretty wild out there. What's it looking like from your driver's seat, and how is your race car?
Race car is excellent. Jerry Baxter and guys brought me an excellent air green machine here. And after that slide down through on the apron there, they got her pushed back out pretty straight there, and I think we're in good shape. Yeah, it's you think it's fun to watch where you're at. Man, it's wild, I'll tell you. I don't know. I'm afraid we're not done yet, you know what I mean?
All right, good luck to you the rest of the day.
Thanks, man.
All right, I got a trivia question for you guys. Andy, let me ask you here. How many colors are on the paint scheme for the 99 car of David Rudeman?
It looks like all of them, Jerry.
And that's a correct answer. Indeed, this paint scheme was designed by a 9-year-old Marina Samson from Madras, Oregon. She was the winner of a car art competition, the Aaron's Color Your Way to Talladega contest. She won it, designed the color scheme for David Rudeman's car, and she and her entire family are here all the way from Oregon to watch NASCAR Busch Series and Nextel Cup competition for the weekend. And, hey, pretty good job of designing that car.
Young lady did a terrific job, yeah, using all 64 colors. And I walked in the race shop down at Michael Waltrip Racing last week, and they were getting this car prepared, and I said, oh, my goodness, that is quite colorful and won't be missed. And so far, it's David's doing a good job with the race car, and hopefully he'll get that Toyota up towards the front before the day ends.
All right, we have had 3 caution flags in the first 30 laps. The most phenomenal one, the one that came out 4 laps ago when the 5 car of Kyle Busch spun and flipped. You know, with contact, he has walked away from the car. Heavy damage. Well, his car essentially destroyed, but fortunately, NASCAR's stringent safety guidelines allowed him to put that window net down and walk away. As we are getting set for the green, we go full throttle.
Watch your outside. Go, 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 go. Good job. Clear by 2.
He can grab that thing good as he can.
2 back.
He can pass you.
Clear by 1.
Let's 20 there. Let's get this guy. Outside, outside. Clear. Clear.
Go back to the 95 and head back off of him, Danny.
Outside. You're all clear. Good job. All clear. Let's go now.
Got a pack of 3 behind him. Pack of 3 behind him. Now hang tough here. Really ain't nobody coming behind him. Right inside. Coming to your bumper here. Looking inside.
Your bumper there. That's your bumper.
You 3 single file. Then it's about can head back to the group.
Inside the 20.
Find up inside here. Got the 42, the 14. Stay up high, Shane. Stay up high. Stay up high. See it. Stay up high. Up by the wall. Against the wall.
And the 88.
Stay real high. Stay real high. Stay
88
real high.
caught up against the wall, the Navy
high.
Chevrolet. As you see the field come rumbling down, and Casey Kane will lead the 12th lap he has led all year long. He has not led a lap since Bristol back in March. He leads him down, and there's Dale Earnhardt Jr. lurking in behind the 20 car of Eric Almirola. With more on Dale Earnhardt Jr., let's check in with Dave.
And Jerry wanted to give you an update on that vibration Junior was reporting on earlier. Still slight and constant, but not causing him a great deal of trouble. And obviously the car is still very fast. No tires on that last stop. He did view that wreck of Kyle Busch. He said, man, I haven't seen one like that for a while. Glad he got out okay.
Of course, Dale Earnhardt Incorporated trying to go for 5 in a row here. As you know, Martin Truex had won 3 in a row. His car now heavily damaged. He is out of it. Dale Earnhardt Jr., his last race here was back in 2003 in the Busch Series. He dominated the day. And he said in the pre-race, I didn't have the gear to qualify, but I have a great gear for the race itself, and he's showing it.
Showing it already to the front of this pack right now. And I'd like to make a call to the guy that's helped push him there, and that's Mike Wallace in that 7 car. You talk about people that really enjoy racetracks, and Mike Wallace loves to go to Daytona and Talladega, and he does such a terrific job.
Yeah, we saw the 88 car coming off of pit road. He did make it on pit road, and they changed tires, and he's back out on the racetrack. We saw the leaders go by, putting him 1 lap down.
Yeah, he restarted, and that restart in 4th, and it looked like it was tough getting up to speed. He must have had a really serious vibration or something and not come to pit road to change the tires.
Well, with all that debris that was on the racetrack there, on that cleanup, he could have just got a puncture in one of the tires, and lucky to get it on pit road.
Well, we're back in the next lap and have another leader here.
That would be David Gilliland driving the Ed Renzi machine, and you looking at the front bumper of the 2-car of Clint Boyer, our most recent winner in the NASCAR Busch Series last week at Phoenix. He picking up his 4th career win.
We look here at the telemetry. We see this throttle. They don't back off that throttle anywhere around the racetrack. They just hold it right flat on the mat, and we see they don't lose many RPMs to get some real bump drafting going here.
And Boyer just turned hard left to the inside and took Carl Edwards with him, and now they pull by some 10 car lengths. Look at the 25 car caught in the middle and sliding back now.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. You find yourself getting passed on both sides, and basically you're getting the dirty air and not a lot of help right at that point in time. And so you go sliding back 10 or 12 spots, but we'll see David Gilliland probably start back to the front here as soon as he gets a little bit of drafting help.
It's kind of funny how that middle works. If you're leading and get pushed to the middle, it really kills you. But if you're back in the pack trying to make your way up through there, it seems like that if that middle ever opens up, you can make some headway up through there.
And look at this gaggle of cars, 3 wide. They were trying to go 4 wide a moment ago at 190 plus miles per hour. There's the 33, the top of your screen there. That is Tony Stewart trying to come through the pack. And here is Earnhardt Jr. Kevin Harvick also involved. He's on the move, the winner at Daytona in the 21 car.
4 laps ago on this restart, they started out just pretty much single file, and I said, well, they're going to get strung out a little bit here, and it only takes a couple of laps before everybody's caught back up, and we have over 20 cars in the lead pack now.
All right, our aerial coverage of this 3,000-acre complex brought to you by Goodyear, helping NASCAR fans get to the finish line for the past 25 years. Great panoramic view from the Goodyear blimp high above Talladega Superspeedway. Watch the drafting of the 42 and the 7. They basically have tied their bumpers together.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you need is somebody that has a car that can stay right on you like that, not just push you that little bit when you get to the corner, get a big separation. Now we can see the 42 falling back a little bit, and that's going to, even though he's pushed Mike Wallace up there pretty far, Mike doesn't have that help now, so it's going to be more difficult for him to get to where he wants, which is in front of the 2 car.
As you watch that 3-wide draft come sailing by, we'll mention that Jason Leffler has now gone to the garage area, as has the 52 car of Donnie Neuenberger. So 2 more cars headed back to the garage. Leffler involved in that first incident on lap 4, getting a tap from behind and bouncing off the wall, damaging the right side of his Toyota.
We see that outside line getting organized again with Mike Wallace heading that up. Got Juan Pablo Montoya up there. Now another outside line forming up front.
And they are pushing and shoving and bump drafting, and a bump a moment ago almost got Mike Wallace in the 7 sideways.
These are the things that we talked about, especially Juan Pablo never being here. It has to learn. That is a terrible spot to get hit. You want that bump drafting help, but it's very difficult when you have steering in the car right there. It's just like being in the corner. Really hard hit right there. But Mike Wallace did a great job of saving it, and they moved up a couple of spots.
Yeah, what makes one driver a better drafter than another driver? I mean, some guys seem to really do well at Daytona and Talladega. Others struggle.
Well, there's probably a lot of things. Obviously, a really good race car can help a lot of times, but understanding the air and what you can and can't do and what is best at what particular place on the racetrack. But guys that have that feel, Dale Earnhardt, we used to always talk about him being able to see air. Obviously, you can't really do that, but he had a sense, I believe, that no one else had, and he knew that just from the feel of his race race car, and he understood exactly what the aerodynamics around these race cars was doing and what the air was doing. So he took advantage of every bit of that, and he taught us all a lot. And that was the best thing about being able to have a good enough car to race with him and around him, was that you learned so much just by watching the things that he did. And that's where most of us got our knowledge from, was racing with and around him, and he was helping us to understand a lot more about drafting techniques.
Dale Earnhardt Sr., an 11-time winner here at Talladega.